Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. You want to learn Awilix, you want some more Smite, well here it is. It's time for Smite A to Z, the series that teaches you everything you need to know about a Smite god or goddess, and give you a build, let you know all about their abilities, how they work, how to use them so you could succeed when you next step out onto the battleground. My name again is Raynday, guys, and if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by. If you're an old fan, old viewer, thank you so much for staying a part of it, guys. It does mean so much to me. As we get off with this assassin, this is going to be a fun game, I can tell. Just at the start, this red buff is getting very, very contested. Morgan takes a little bit of the feather step there, and I'm ready to pounce, and there it is. I'm on Suku, looking for it, goes into the illusion. That might be the real her, though. That's a kill. That is the Moonlight Charge doing work, and we have already set a great precedent in this fight. I've already gotten first blood, which gives me that 500 extra gold, that extra XP, and I am just feeling fantastico. Bueno, my friends. So I'm having a lot of fun. Today was actually a pretty interesting day for me, just catching up at the office. I had a lot of like really confusing things happening in my life as well. So it's nice to do a video that's not about being confused. It's about being very clear and to the point. Awilix is an assassin. If you're joining the A to Z series from the beginning, I really break down kind of the goal of this character. This is an assassin, so you want to be attacking those low health targets on the battlefield. You want to face off against those hunters, the assassins on the enemy team. Sometimes if they have like a healing type champion who's a mage, right? That's where you really want to go for. So the hunters, the assassins, the mages, those will be your go-to kind of lockdown opponents to try and get those early kills off of, or those late game kills off of, to really get them out of the fight and help to snowball for the rest of your team. The bigger targets chasing them down, like the Amaterasu, not gonna be the most effective a lot of times, especially if they build very tanky. It's just gonna it's going to create so much time for you to actually get the kill. Assassins are all about being in and out. Awilix is definitely the same. Now, amount of mana gave that to Hades, but I'm still wanting to pressure this lane and get some of the XP. One of the things in Clash, it's a different mode than we've looked at last game, but you guys are familiar with it on my channel. The fact is, in Clash, it's very important to get XP. To gain a level is to gain power, it's to gain mana, it's to gain health. It is a big advantage in Smite when you're able to be a level or two ahead of your opponents. God forbid, 3, 4, or more levels ahead. So anytime there's XP around, grab it. It's a jungle camp, if it's a, this mid camp right here, if it's a lane, grab it to the best of your ability and do not be afraid of it. Amaterasu, great job turning around there from the Moonlight Charge, and she knows why. We'll talk about that in just a second as we start to break down her abilities. I have enough gold because of the first blood to grab full boots and now get started onto the next item here. So probably going to go and do a Hydra's Lament. This is going to give me the cooldown. There's another option to go into a Transcendence, more of a stacky build, but I don't have full Transcendence yet. I still need about 1,000 to get to that. And the Hydras, that's going to give me an ability. Basically, once I use an ability, a very, very big chunk of damage to go onto an enemy as kind of like bonus damage for doing that. And that is very, very impactful in characters who rely on abilities and rely on really bursting with those abilities, and that's what Awilix does. She's an auto attack. She can be an auto attack assassin, but a lot of times she really threatens with her ability power. You can build her straight power with straight pen and do well. That's what I'm going to be focusing on this game. You can also go with an executioner. You can put a chin size in there. You might even add a little bit of attack speed and crit towards the end. I don't recommend doing a lot of that, although it would be fun if you're playing around, but typically I like to go for some cooldown, some power, some penetration. Those are the items I'm really looking for to cross off my checklist when I'm building Awilix, excuse me. I believe that's how it's pronounced because, well, I looked at Reddit, and that's what an angry Reddit user got mad at. So that has to be the right answer, damn it. If somebody got mad about it on Reddit, it has to be correct or incorrect. This time, though, I'm hoping it's correct, and we're going to continue on with the video. So her first skill, her passive, as you can see there right above her portrait, is actually a very cool looking triangular shaped lit up purple stone, I believe. What this is, I believe, is the head of her normal spear. As I go on to the backline from the Nemesis, get Nemesis ulted actually and have to jump out of the grasping hands. And what it will do is allow me, when I first initiate a fight, to gain 30% extra power. So I will be having this buff on as I start fights, and if I get the first hit, I will gain 30% extra power in that fight for 2.5 seconds. It's not just your first time. It's for 2.5 seconds. Then it'll go down and look. You see that little hand underneath the number one in my, to the left-hand side. It's now at 117. It just went up to 153. That's because my passive ticked away. So I'm gaining like 40 power from just my passive, which is amazing for an Awilix, and really can be a turning point of when you decide to go into the fight. As long as that passive's up, you're going to have a lot of power to your name that you shouldn't have, or maybe if you're fighting against an assassin counterpart on the enemy team, on the other side, you might be able to win that duel with your passive. So being aware of that can change the tide. It's one of those things that makes a really good Awilix player. I'm not the best Awilix player, but I will say that it's cool to be aware of that. And so going into your games, if you are, that will help you to gain just more power in better circumstances and control it, not just have it be a random effect, even though you don't really have to do anything for it to have the value. The thing you see me summoning right there, that's my Panther. It is Suku. Suku is actually a mount for Awilix in the game, and Awilix, and it works different. It works different than a lot of other things. As you see, Amaterasu getting a hint of what my number 3 can do, the Moonlight Charge. He wasn't turned facing it this time. But the Suku mount is great because it allows Awilix, and as a jungler, her to have a lot of mobility. And it also gives her a lot of aggressiveness when people aren't expecting it. She can come at you from a very, very far away, and that means that she's able to surprise the target she's going after, create the distance, either running away or going towards on the offensive. And that is a very powerful tool as an assassin. Here is the on her. Missed the Moonlight Charge onto him, but I'm jumping on a Suku, and I can get out if I need to. And there's the benefits. Once I jump, Suku does disappear, so you can kind of use him to run away. You gain an increased movement speed going straight forward and backwards, 25% to be exact. And you also will actually incur a penalty going sideways. So you'll actually move 50% slower than normal going sideways. But this on her, he has definitely done a lot. He's going to jump back with the 3 and give himself a little bit more leeway. And I've used my jump to get in, so I can't get back. And that's a really good thing to be aware of. As an assassin, a lot of times, your whole core game plan is to look at what do they have as a toolkit to escape your aggressiveness. What will they do? If you could play that game and stay a step ahead of them, you'll be very good. On her goes into the pillar though, knocks up the Morgan, go into my ultimate a little bit late, get the on her, beads out of the stun, and we are out and ready. Booty shaking. Booty shaking everywhere. Look at this. Awilix looking good. She must have done the jump. She must have done some CrossFit yesterday, guys. Man, it's great. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. I don't know, how are you watching? How do you Raynday? That's what I want to know in the comment section below today. Do you watch it at work? You watch it at school? You watch it when you get home? Watch it while you're doing homework? In class? Let me know. I really am curious. I want to know a little bit about you guys. You guys know so much about me, all the time. I'm here talking. I want to see you guys talk. So comment that. Leave a like, dislike. Let me know what you like about the video. Yeah, go ahead. Check me out on Twitter, guys. I'm there very often as well. So if you want to talk about things you didn't get, maybe another question, you can hit me up on @RaynDayGaming on Twitter. Now, we're 2-0, so this is really good for us, and I'm playing kind of patiently. Not spending a lot of time in the jungle camps, but looking for kills. Like I said, really preempting what is that on her, what's the Nemesis, what's the Morgan going to be able to do, what is the Anubis going to be able to do to counteract me here. Want to go back, and there's the on her. I know his jump is down. There's no way he can escape this now, so 2 hits, and that will get the kill. And now Anubis, because he has no follow-up, that means that he is going to fall as well. Venerma gets the kill on a Deferred God, yet I will come away with another assist. Here's the Amaterasu. She actually is doing a ton of damage to me, so I just want to throw that Moonlit Charge up, and it seems like my team with a great Mirror Wall will give Venerma one more kill and allow us to go 8-1 in this game. So fantastic stuff by everyone, and I'm still alive, haven't died yet. Hydra's Lament working, ready to go, and now moving on to my next item. Let's go back to base. So I've been fighting a lot, and now it's time to talk about, outside of Suku, what my abilities do. So the Feather Step, that's the number 2. This is Awilix's big. I keep saying Awilix. I keep saying Awilix, and I told myself I'm saying Awilix today. I don't want this angry Reddit user to get upset with me, guys. Please don't make me a trending post on Reddit. Okay, I'm saying Awilix. And I'm saying Awilix and Awilix, so you can't really get mad because I've said it both ways, so I've satisfied everyone, all right? That's what I've decided. The Feather Step is a great ability. That's what it is right there. It allows you to augment the next basic attack in your basic attack chain with this really cool area of effect ability. What that means is, like, she has a 3-attack basic attack chain, which means that every character in Smite has a basic attack chain that is of a certain speed and of a certain value. If it says like 1-1-1, that means they hit for normal basic attack damage and they hit at normal basic attack speed. If it says like 1-1.52, 2, it would mean their first hit does normal damage, like 100% damage and 100% speed. The second one, 1.5, would actually take 1.5 seconds, be slower to do, but do 1.5 the damage as I ages out of here and use the purification beads in case, I don't know, I got followed up on by Anubis Mummy Wrap or anything from on her. Didn't know who was aggressing on me, but I do stay alive. And then the final one would be 2 times the damage, but also take twice as long to actually hit. So, Feather Step is basically an augmentation of that. And if you use your Feather Step at base, you'll do 180 damage plus 50% of your physical power. You'll flip over them, you'll root them and cripple them while that's happening. So it is a root. You will keep them in place, which is great. And they'll have like a little bit of a post-hit. It feels like a post-hit delay, but you'll be able to take an action. Probably get one basic attack, throw your Moonlight Charge right after you land before they can do something, unless they beads. If you hit a basic attack for your 1 times basic attack, and then on your second basic attack, instead of basic attacking, you use your Feather Step, you will do 1.5 the damage. So you'll do actually 270 damage and 75% of your physical power on that Feather Step. And now, if you wait till the end, you do 1 hit, 2 hits, and then Feather Step, you will do 360 total damage with 100% of your physical power being used, which right now is 261. So that's quite a lot of damage to add on top of that. That's basically, what is it, 420, oh, 421, excuse me. And then don't get too excited, guys. Come on, take it easy, take it easy. 621. Actual damage that will happen, which is pretty insane. 621 damage just from that one ability. It can really turn a fight and be so strong, especially when you start adding the boost from Hydra's Lament, the extra percentage power that you're getting for that. It's just really nuts. How much damage you could do with this Feather Step. And it hits in an area too, so it's great minion wave clear. If you're able to just group up a bunch of minions, you can hit in that AoE. If you have a great team fight and you come in towards, 2 assassins or maybe a hunter and a mage hanging out in the back line, you're able to hit one of them but get the damage on the 2. That's fantastic. On her almost scares the living crap out of me with that pillar. I had Cincy coming out of nowhere. It's always scary to push the tower by yourself because you never know. You know someone's coming, you just never know when. And it's like, oh god. It's like a horror movie. You know somebody's around the corner, but you're like, man, I ain't going around. I can't go around there, but I got to get downstairs to get outside, so you have to go through it. But this is cool. They leave the tower over again, and I could go help with that fight, but there's XP to be had, and there's a tower to be taken as well, hoping that they can finish this guy off. And it's, wow, these minions keep dying right as they go down, and looks, finally we can get to this tower. This is kind of scary, though. Hopefully nobody comes over. Okay, there's the Honor. I think I can get it down before he gets here, though. There it is. Jumps on me. I get knocked up, though. The Honor puts me away. There's the Moonlight Charge. 1 hit will take him down. I get to the second form of my basic attack and actually activate my ultimate, and I get taken down. Dr. Zip. Oh, and he purification beads and gets out of the Hades ult. This Amaterasu is BM right now, guys. I'm not happy. I am not happy. But you know what's cool is that this shows you why you really have to make sure sometimes to wait and hit that second basic attack. I actually used my Feather Step on the second basic attack instead of the third, and I lost out on a lot of potential damage, and that was a big no-no for me. I also didn't dodge Amaterasu's shield and fed her damage while she was charging her shield. I wasn't respecting her enough, and that is a big important thing. No matter what class you're playing, no matter what game you're in, no matter how much you're winning, respect your opponent. That will make sure that you don't make mistakes like that. I'm 4-1. There's no reason I should be losing any fights on this map right now, considering how well our team is doing and how much pressure we have. But if you underestimate an opponent, you could absolutely lose a fight, and that could change the game. That could be what gives them momentum, helps to stagger your team fights, and then suddenly they get 5 kills in a row off of that one, and turns into an even game. Here's the Amaterasu again. Look at her. She's pretty tanky as well. Must be building a lot of physical protection. So that's another thing you want to look at. I don't think I spent a lot of time checking out her build right now, which is something to always think of doing beforehand. You don't want to get caught surprised saying, oh, wow, that's way too much physical protections for me to attack. You should be able to look at that, know that, and then isolate targets that really are the key ones for you to take down. They're going to be the easiest, allow you to do your job the most efficiently. And the... Ooh. Jungle, I was going to say. Gullion gets caught my buddy from the Raynstorm clan, playing a game with him here, and it's a lot of fun to play with you guys. If you guys want a Smite clan, feel free to join Raynstorm. You know, I'm oftentimes on Paladins. I'm on Smite a little bit here as well, but you know, to be honest, it's not as much as I used to be. Very excited though to continue playing and keeping this A to Z. That's keeping me on here. And there we go. We wait the right amount of time there. Takes her down. The Moonlit Charge helps, and Frapp takes down level 5 to Prayer. Though he hits me into the wall, it will not be a move that gets him anything. Now the Feather Step, so much damage, knocks him up, pulls him back, doesn't take any damage from that, but we get the full combo onto my man Ferd God, and this is a great time to explain the ultimate, which you just saw in action there. Gravity Surge. This is the key hinge of what is Awilix about, and this is how she really, I think, is known. She's known for having knockups and capitalizing off these knockups because of the fact that if she uses her Moonlight Charge, which is an AO, just as a straight line damaging ability, and she hits them, and she hits an enemy when they are not facing her, or if she hits them from the side, she can knock them up in the air. 250 damage, 60% physical power, nothing to note there. It's just a line dash, but that will knock up. But that knock up is so important because it helps her to combo into that ult, the Gravity Surge, which is where Awilix calls upon the power of the moon. That's right. And now I'm calling upon the power of a very interesting item, guys, Spectral armor. I want to talk to you about that in a second. Maybe a little odd, maybe a little interesting. I want to explain it to you why I decided that this game, and I think you'll see it's some pretty cool interactions. But she calls upon the moon, and the closest enemy to her that is knocked up or leaping. So that's if they're using a jump or if they are knocked up. I will pull them back. Right there, they on her. I could have easily pulled him back to me, but I don't need to do it there. He forced the Aegis out. We don't need to use the ultimate, and we get the final kill. Level 2 Prayer goes down as well. But anyone in the air is basically Awilix's prime target. Nice play there by the Anubis, and actually I had Purification Beads way too late. Could have got the final kill, but instead he goes into the ultimate faster than I can and gets the kill onto me. Although our team turns out positive there, 2 for 1. I do die, so that's unfortunate, but so yeah, so she gets the ability to kind of cancel anyone's knockups, cancel anyone's leaps, or knock them up, or capitalize off a knockup like Vulcan. He's got a knockup. I can pull off of that. You can pull off a Sobek plug. You can pull off of literally anything that takes them off the ground, even for a slight moment. A very, very cool ability, and it allows her to have presence because this can also pull through walls. She can sense Suku on a Moonlight Charge through walls. It can knock up through a wall, and she can pull someone through a wall, take them out of the tower into the jungle, or take them from the jungle under her tower. It is a really cool ability, and really is like the core mechanic when you think of Awilix, and this is what you play around. This is what you have a lot of fun on. If you think this is something cool, then this is maybe the god for you. Maybe somebody you want to pick up and play. And I certainly know that I enjoy playing her. She's a fun assassin. Again, building more ability power this time. Seems to be working out for us, though. And Dr. Zik gets another kill on Gullion. So he's been a bright light in a pretty dark showcase for this side here, who are down 8 and 20, down by 7k gold at this point in the game. Vulcan falls as well, and there's a lot of damage happening. Pull the Nemesis, though, and though she goes in the Aegis, her ult is ready. She's got a lot of movement speed, and I don't really want to get into a fight there with 5 members of that team ready to go. So kind of our ults cancel each other out. The Nemesis does not have any more aggression, and I'm not able to aggress onto her either. So kind of a moot point there, and we kind of stall it all. They're going on the right side, though. Do you want to head over there? See if I can vent. So the Spectral armor. We talked about the Spectral armor. What's so important about it? What's so cool, guys? The kill with actually the on her was actually sponsored by Spectral armor. If you didn't know that, what this item does, if you're not familiar with it, because you don't go very in depth onto items usually in this series, but what it does is a cool interaction. It gives you physical protections, which is great. Awilix, because she has this nature of like brawly, kind of doing her very melee fighting style, she likes to be up close in the fight, so having a little bit of tankiness is fine. Plus, I know the Amaterasu, the on her, the Nemesis, those have kind of been my biggest threats this game, so I want to make sure I'm protected against them. 70 physical protections and 300 mana. Because we're going ability power, that works well for me. The Moonlit Charge charge actually anticipate them, we're going to have a little bit of a different plan. She goes into beating the Amaterasu, but she uses her dash in a pretty unfortunate way, and now I'm actually going to Purification Beads out of there. Try and dash onto her, get the kill from the pounce coming out from Suku, and here facing the real Amaterasu, looking to see if I can take her down. Movement charge not available, but I do have my Aegis, and I will pop it there, and the whole team pursuing her, knocks her up into the air. No need to ult, just get the feather step, and that's GG for her. Great stuff with Titan's Bane. And again, Spectral Armor ready to go. What it does is it fears opponents when I take physical damage. However, the fear happens because he's in his ultimate. He doesn't get it. I get the kill onto the on her, but I do die because of the tower pressure and the Nemesis coming over. Now, he would have been feared. He would have ran away, stopped all his actions for 1 second in a random direction. I believe a random direction, or the direction he was facing. And it would have really helped me to just easily secure that kill. As an assassin, getting into the brunt of things, you don't want to be the focus of everyone's attention. So the Spectral Armor passive kind of works well for her because you can jump into an area, have one person attack you with physical damage, which is the on her, the Amaterasu, or the Nemesis in this case. And I'm going on the on her a lot in this game. And then you are able to really clear out the space around you. Maybe 3-4 people get feared as a result of that. You help your whole team fight snowball off of that misdirection, and then now they're not coordinated, they're not together, and you can really pick them off one by one. The Apophis is actually getting started here without me. Not sure if this is the best plan. We're kind of falling low, and ooh, I'm hearing the awesome, the U-Rock. I don't think we got, oh no, we didn't even get it. But we gave it to Nemesis, and look at this Aegis. She wants this kill so bad. This is somebody who's a little bit tilted there. The nice feather step into the ultimate from Vulcan means she's crippled, has to take the Damahe, and will go down to the base. Back to base she goes, and here it is trying to find an answer for on her. He gets the slow. Oh my god, they're all, oh, no. I don't, oh god, okay. All right, fine. I'll die. I'll die now. You guys wanted it that bad. You say, Raynday, you have the ultimate. Why not use it? Well, what it does is it actually gives me attack speed. It gives me, it does 400 damage plus 80% of your physical power when you pull a target from the air. So 80% of my physical power right now, 360, I don't know, maybe 300. Looking at something like that, right? 300 plus 4, so 700 damage, and then I hit for 70% attack speed for 6 seconds, which is very, very long as well, but no movement speed, so it wouldn't help me there, and it really is important to use in the right scenarios. I'm probably being very, I wouldn't say I'm being liberal with this ult. You could use this a lot more often. You can try a lot more things. You could be looking for this a lot more than I am, and like looking to combo off the Vulcan magma bombs right there and really see how many hook pulls you can get. I'm really focusing more on the melee, the positioning, the timing, really getting into them when their cooldowns are off. And now we've got a power potion ready to go. Upgraded the relics as well, so looking good. Hopefully those will be on a lower cooldown. Fight on Apophis. I want to take the right side flank. Amaterasu misses me with the stun. She's onto the Neath, but I feel like there's a really good target here. And look at that fear. That puts Nemesis into the pressure. That's the Spectral Armor. She was going to dash away. Can't dash away when you're feared. And might have even activated the dash. Here's the on her. He's in trouble. That feather step damage is nuts. Going to actually get out with the Purification Beads. And Anubis cancels his ult because he knows he's got to run away, baby. Before you see me coming again. And there it is. The Morgan does go down. Maybe turning into the Amaterasu here? No, she's not. There she is. I'm after her. No movement speed, but I do want to hit her with the Moonlight Charge. I will pull her back to me, but she Purification Beads in the middle of the pull. I gotta get this kill though, and there it is. It comes back, and I'm trying to stay alive. I will, in fact. Oh, we get everything, and we eat our cake too. And it is just everything that we wanted in this fight. And there's the fear from Hades. 2 fears in this team fight. Moonlight Charge a bit off, but the on her, though he will escape, the Phoenix looks to be falling, and now I just want to retreat because I mean, I don't want to die here. That would be the worst decision ever. Just die, give them a free kill, and kind of ruin our momentum. Rather, go back to base and set up and keep the pressure on the map. Know that they still have to deal with me and look around for me. And that was a great interchange there. We saw the Spectral Armor pay dividends. We saw the Feather Step, how damaging that can be. The extra damage from the Hydra's Lament really paying off to get that on her down. The Stone Cutting Sword is another item that I have in here, guys, and that is that's an item that gives you increased physical protections as you basic attack. So as I'm basic attacking, I'm gaining those protections and up to 30 again against the physical champions, which I seem to be targeting. That fear does tick away for the Spectral Armor, so now I've got another 80 5 seconds left. And that's the one thing I think maybe Spectral Armor may not find its worth, is that it's a really long passive. It seemed to get value for me, and it can change a fight big time. But, like, it's a very long passive. I know my actives are down now, so this is a questionable moment to go in. I don't have any safety nets, and if I go in on Suku, I will be in trouble. But I want to see if I can maybe find some routes in the backside to finish off some of these targets. The Anubis is low. Here is the on her. I definitely want to fight against him. Actually go for the 1.5, and there's the Moonlight Charge. Didn't pull him back. I definitely could have, but he beads preemptively, and he actually, no, he went into his ultimate. But I definitely think I could have killed him if I went on my ult, and that was an issue. I just got caught actually behind the Amir wall, and fortunate there, I do go down. You know, and this is where I see that, guys, this is me needing to get better. I needed to hit that ultimate, the Gravity Surge. Had to freaking hit it, but I didn't. Hopefully our team can get this down. It was just so close. Oh, Venerma takes her down. Duluchan gonna fall, and there is another one. Ferg guy will fall. This looks like it probably is it, guys. I think this is the one that might just finish the game and the gameplay. You know, Awilix trying to get back in there. I hate ending on not being at the Titan, but you know what? It's gonna fall. That is gonna be the victory, and that is the A to Z for today. It is Awilix. It is 12 and 5 and 10. Not a bad play. Very cool build as well. A little interesting in my eyes, but you know, builds are, you know, I don't know what's a good metaphor for builds. I was gonna say builds are like friends. You can have different ones and still enjoy their company all the same. I mean, my whole point is that builds can be used differently. You can use different builds and still find success, still have fun, still, you know, enjoy yourself in Smite. You don't have to do the standard build or what you think is meta. In reality, it's only meta because everyone else is doing it in that scenario and everyone else is playing at that level. But in a game you're playing in, most likely, people are going to be doing a lot of different things. Not everyone is building like an SPL Pro, so you don't really have to either. If you're at a higher level, you definitely do want to look up some of the builds, see what's kind of more maximizing my play versus kind of an item that might be hindering it. But these items, safe to say, all pretty decent on Assassins. Your physical protection choice for Awilix, if you want to go into it, may not look like an Emperor's, a Spectral Armor, which is totally reasonable. A lot of times you'll see a hide of the Urchin, which gives just a lot of general protections. Sometimes you'll even see like a Blood Forge on Assassins like that. You know, you may even end up seeing like an Executioner, right? And you don't go for the physical protections, you go for the damage. But having those physical protections allows you to really stay alive under fire a lot more. And you notice I was not in need of damage at the end of that game. So having invested that much into it, I really think that it did me well to be able to survive and get some of those kills and then make it out alive when my ultimates, my relics were available. Would have got that kill with the Gravity Surge at the end, but hey, that's for another time. Maybe you could do better as you take this god out onto the battleground. If you guys enjoyed this series, please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you Raynday in the comment section below. And stay tuned for my next video. Notification Squad, appreciate you guys. Always coming out soon, strong, and in numbers. And as always, fam, remember to never give up, never stop gaming. And I'll see you all next time.